sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry, man.
This message is for my cousin Chris Stokes. I'm the prodigal son. I have made a lot of mistakes, not even knowing. I am truly, truly, truly sorry. I feel like, cousin, I'm an innocent bystander. Ricky taught me so many things, and it's like Ricky really had my head in some crazy, 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 crazy places. And the older I've gotten and learned, my family is my family. And my family has always been good to me. You've always poured life into me. And right now, I need you more than ever.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your boy, The Sean Davey Way Show. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe on the way in. Tap that bell if you would like to be notified of all of our future content. Today, I bring you another surviving on Chris Stokes. This is more so of an update because recently, Raz B has came forward with an apology for Chris Stokes. Now, I know everyone is confused, especially me, because this came out of nowhere. Recently, Raz was live on IG and he had some things to get off of his chest. We will get into that, but before we do, let me give you a little backstory on Chris Stokes so you know who we are speaking of as you watch this video. Chris Stokes is an American filmmaker and former record executive. He is the son of actress Irene Stokes and older brother of singer Juanita Stokes. He is perhaps best known for being the founder of the Ultimate Group record label in 2000, whose roster included B2K, Omarion, Jhené Aiko, Marcus Houston, and more. With that being said, let's get into the allegations of Chris Stokes. Shout out to TimeSocket.com. Posted December 24th, 2007. For years, there has been nasty speculation in the industry about producer Chris Stokes being a child SA'er. Those stories were completely unfounded until now. Former member of B2K, Raz B, and older brother Ricky Romance are coming out on record making startling allegations that Stokes M-worded both of them, and most likely all of the other members of B2K as well as Marcus Houston. Raz B can be seen in the YouTube clip confessing the M-wording to Marcus Houston's sister. He claims to be on a new spiritual journey finding solace in God. Part of his healing is bringing light to the horrible events with Stokes that haunted him since they occurred. His mission with the phone call was to alert the Houston family that Marcus and Omarion were most likely victims as well. Quotes from the video with Raz B and Marcus Houston's sister. Raz B states, "It all started with Chris Stokes. Chris was like, 'Let me touch you.' Marcus Houston's sister replies, 'Did he touch everybody or was it just you?' Raz B responds, 'You know what? I can't speak for everybody, but if you want my personal opinion, I think he did.'" In the second YouTube clip, Raz B's older brother, Ricky Romance, speaks of also being M-worded by Stokes. Ricky Romance's quote, "Chris Stokes made me shower with the other boys. All the things that my brother was introduced to, that ish was brought to me first. I blocked that ish, I wasn't with it. I backed out. I kinda knew what was going on there, and yet I took my brother, Raz B, over to Chris and I didn't protect him like I should have. Stokes M-worded my brother Raz B and M-worded me. When I say that, it hurts." Later on in the video, Ricky Romance calls Stokes, who seems to admit the allegations. Chris Stokes' quote, "I don't do that anymore. That was me years ago. I just don't do that in my life anymore."
Just want to take a little minute to talk to y'all about some facts that should be known.
Okay, the bottom line is he's upset, so he's using his upsetness to say what he ain't gonna do or what he was gonna do. We don't know if he was gonna do that or not. That's bullshit. You need to work on your reality show and The Boys. Okay, what was the purpose of initiating the call, Demario?
They need to know. They've been wanting to know.
Okay, so you told him. You feel better now? He feels threatened, so he made...
You know why he feels threatened?
Yeah.
Because the whole world already knows. Everybody already knows the truth.
Okay,
it is what it is. I ran to take showers with the other boys. We had to go to Capitol Records and shit. So, you know, it's like all that little shit that my brother was introduced to, that shit was brought to me.
On the phone fussing with my cousin.
Nigga, I didn't call to fuss with you.
I just don't do that in my life no more. That's what I'm saying. I'm a whole... You haven't been in my life. You were in my life before, Ricky. If you was around me now, you go, what?
With all that you've just learned about Chris Stokes, Marcus Houston, Raz B, and Ricky Romance, know that Ricky Romance, Raz B, and Chris Stokes are all family, blood family. Raz B and Ricky Romance are blood brothers, and Chris Stokes is their blood cousin. So this makes matters 10 times worse and more difficult to deal with. So with Raz B coming forward as of recently apologizing to Chris Stokes about said allegations that he placed against him, everyone is drawing blank. They're kind of side-eyeing Raz B like, well, what is this coming from? Are you being threatened again? Or have you been hurt? Which in the video, he does state that his arm and leg have been injured. So is this like an intimidation tactic? Is somebody trying to hurt or harm you? What is going on? So before we get into that and more explanation into what this could be with Raz B, let's get into the viral IG video.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Please, please. Please, please, man. Please. Please, please. I beg you, please. Please. Please, please, please. Now be careful who you listen to. Motherfuckers will take you down the wrong path, yo. I swear to God, bro, as I get older, I have to look at things differently, man. This shit crazy, bro. I swear to God, bro, as I get older, I have to look at things differently, man. This shit crazy, bro. I didn't understand as a kid, but now I understand, man. I'm not okay. I'm not okay, bro. I'm hurt. I'm in pain. I'm lonely. And I look at my life and I just say, I think it takes a village to raise a child. And I'm scared. I'm in pain. And now that I'm older, I understand things a lot different, bro. I'm telling you, I'm telling everybody, man. I'm telling everything. I'm telling you, I'm sorry, man. I'm fucking sorry, dude. I'm sorry, man. You have people put things in your head and run around with false narratives. And I told my family and all my friends, I just want to make everything right.
Yeah.
I'm mature.
Yeah.
I'm grown,
Yeah.
and I just want to make everything right with all my family, with all my friends.
Yeah.
Anybody that I've wronged, I would just want to fix everything.
Yeah.
I just want to fix everything, bro.
Yeah. That's a part of growth and maturity, beloved.
Everybody pray for me. Pray for forgiveness. Pray for healing.
This message is from my cousin Chris Stokes. I'm the prodigal son. I have made a lot of mistakes, not even knowing. I am truly, truly, truly sorry. I feel like, cousin, I'm an innocent bystander. Ricky taught me so many things, and it's like Ricky really had my head in some crazy, 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 crazy places. And the older I've gotten and learned, my family is my family. And my family has always been good to me. You've always poured life into me. And right now, I need you more than ever.
Raz B is clearly hurting. He's going through a lot, as you can see. He is battling a lot of inner demons, and I think there's a lot of regret, but also a place of emptiness because of things that have happened to him. Raz B at this point can't convince me that this didn't happen, that Chris Stokes was lied on by him and his brother. I do not believe that. What I think is, if you pay attention, Raz B has recently been on Bad Boys Club with Zeus, and I think Raz is looking around, noticing that his life has pretty much come to nothing. There's a lot of things that he wants to do. There's a lot of places that he's been blackballed from because of Chris Stokes and the power that Chris Stokes still holds to this day. So I just feel that Raz B is just like, you know what? I don't care. Whatever you did to me, let's let bygones be bygones. I'm never going to get justice for it anyway. Look at what happened to Quindon. He passed away still feeling hurt and empty and scorned from all of these terrible, horrible events that happened, traumatic events that happened to them as teenagers and, preteens. So I believe Raz B is just willing to let it all go to find his place back into the industry. He came out in B2K, and that's when his life was the greatest. And with that leaving and him not having that anymore, and that connection to being able to work and be fulfilled again, Raz B, I don't believe he's broke, but I don't think he's rich either. I think he's facing life just like anybody else. There's a lot of bills stacking up. There's a lot of problems that are going on. And I think that he views his cousin Chris Stokes as the answer. The guys that are still dealing with Chris Stokes, like J-Boog, kind of Omarion here and there, they're all doing okay in life. They're fine. But Raz B is at the bottom of the totem pole. Again, look, he is on a show called Bad Boys on Zeus. Not even VH1, which again, he was on Love and Hip Hop, but Chris Stokes got him banned from that as well. So Chris Stokes has stopped a lot of checks for Raz B, and I think that he is at, his ground zero. And with him being at his ground zero, he feels that the only person that can rescue him is the person that placed him in this situation and torment and traumatic situations as well. His villain is now his hero. And that is the definition of a lot of disorders and whatnot that people face, like Stockholm, when your abuser you fall in love with. And I think that Raz has a lot of love for his abuser. And with that being stated, he's willing to, again, let things be what they are just so he can enter back in the arena he desperately feels that he deserves. And he does. It's unfair that he has been blackballed by this same individual, Chris Stokes. And the only way to remove it is by basically bowing down. And I believe that's why he's so hurt in stating this. I believe Raz B feels as if he has lost the war. I think that Raz B was okay losing the battles and hoping that in the long run, I'll win this war. I may not have won this battle, but the overall war I will win. And I think that he has come to terms that he has lost said battle. Again, if you're going to be victorious in a situation or triumphant coming from a very traumatic place, when things like this, having no opportunities and the opportunities that are presented to you, you feel that you can do better than, it is a very humbling experience. And to be humbled by somebody that has traumatized you has to be traumatizing all over again. Watching the video with Raz and him give his apology, it's not a real apology. Chris Stokes basically admitted on the phone to Ricky and Raz that he is not like that anymore. He does not do that anymore. That is all I needed. That let me know that he is guilty. He's very guilty of what he's done to these men. He still looks at them as boys, and looking at them as boys, he views them as don't ask, don't tell. But they are older, and since they have been asked, they're starting to tell. And with them telling, the both of them, Ricky and Raz, have been blackballed. With Raz B being on the last Millennium Tour with B2K and Chris Stokes coming on to the tour, and Raz B acting that way, not even wanting to do the tour anymore, basically quitting because Chris Stokes' presence, that speaks volumes. To try and backtrack just lets us know that he is truly a victim, because victims do it all the time. One moment they're with the fight and then the next minute they aren't. They want to retreat because sometimes it could be too much to bear. And with Raz, I believe it's come there. I think Raz feels if people like J-Boog and Omarion and others can still work with you after what you did to us, like Marcus Houston, the #1 Chris Stokes supporter, if all of them can still deal with you and have success, nice homes and all of that stuff, maybe I should just bend and do it as well. That is what this apology says to me. It does not say, you never did this. He's more so of saying, my brother, Ricky Romance, put a lot of things into my head. And I'm not sure if all of those things are real. But the problem comes in, Raz, is that you believed your brother because of what happened to you. You went through SA and Chris Stokes took you through it. And I understand that you feel defeated, but your story, your battle is not over. And if you don't want to fight it, people like me will fight it for you. I wish Raz B the best. Love him dearly. I have absolutely reached out to him. When and if he responds, I will let you know what Raz had to say. But I love you all. Let me know in the comments and underneath this video, what do you think? I just think Raz B is just an extremely hurt and traumatized individual that feels left behind in the industry. Watching your peers grow and be successful and you not be on that bandwagon with them, watching the bandwagon be pulled and you're not on it, can be traumatizing all over again. And again, his abuser is the one that is the gatekeeper. I love you all. Until the next video. Bye.
Showers with the other boys. We had to go to Capitol Records and shit. So, you know, it's like all that little shit that my brother was introduced to, that shit was brought to me first.
This message is for my cousin Chris Stokes. I'm the prodigal son. I have made a lot of mistakes, not even knowing. I am truly, truly, truly sorry. I feel like, cousin, I'm an innocent bystander. Ricky taught me so many things, and it's like Ricky really had my head in some crazy, 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 crazy places. And the older I've gotten and learned, my family is my family. And my family has always been good to me. You've always poured life into me. And right now, I need you more than ever.